First big deal of the day is worth over $24,000. In first place, Chanel with the trip to New Orleans, followed by Francois with the winter sports gear. Who wants to make a deal? Greg. Greg, I love this. First off, I happen to know, I'm a big movie buff.
Okay.
I know.
You know this costume?
I know that it's from Zorro the Gay Blade.
Yes, it is. George Hamilton.
George Hamilton.
Yes.
That movie is one of the films that I saw as a kid that I was like, oh, that's funny. Like when I was forming my sense of humor.
I love it.
George Hamilton, he was great. And you have, how did you come across this?
I collect movie costumes as a hobby. I have over 500.
What?
Yeah.
You could open your own museum.
I could, yes.
But you won't because they're yours.
Not yet. Someday maybe. Someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, until you do that, why don't we play a little game that can get you some cash?
I'd love that.
Let's do that, Greg. We're going to play Moving On Up. Here's how it works. Take a look at our game board. You see 5 rows of numbers. Behind each of those numbers, there are different amounts of money. You start on the bottom row, you roll this die. Whatever number comes up, you get the money behind said number. Roll, please. Number 5, Tiffany. $200. Great. Now, during the course of the game, I will be asking you if you'd like to move on up to the next row or move on out with your money. You have $200 right now.
Okay.
If you decide to move on up, there are only 5 numbers. That means you have to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you roll a 6, you will lose the $200. Now, as you move up, the dollar amounts do get larger. If you reach the top row, you have a choice between 1 and 2. If you are able to roll 1 or 2, then forget the money, you win this.
It's a new Hyundai Elantra.
It's got a nice sized trunk in case you run out of space for your costumes.
Get up and go in this sleek Hyundai Elantra featuring a leather-wrapped steering wheel and shifter, wireless charging pad and navigation system with 10-inch high-resolution touchscreen. This deal is worth $28,125.
So, Greg, do you want to take your money and move on out, or are we moving on up?
Let's go at least one more.
Well, one more won't get you the car, but it will get you some cash.
Closer.
Let's go. Not a 6. Greg, thank you so much for playing with us. Give Greg a big round of applause.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Greg. Boy, let's make a deal right after this. Wow.